is John, and this is my lovely assistant, Alyssa.
Hello.
Okay, tonight we're making a Parmesan Orzo. Very easy to make, it's a great side dish, or just eat on its own. So what you're going to need, you're going to need some fresh Parmesan cheese. You definitely want the fresh stuff for this. We're going to need 2 tablespoons of butter, basil, fresh basil, Orzo, and then you can either have your own chicken broth, or we're going to go ahead and make our own with this bouillon. It's very easy to make. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to start cooking the broth. You get 2 tablespoons of, 2 cups of water. We're going to start to boil this. It's going to take a few minutes. That's fine. I'm going to add the bouillon to it. We're going to need 2 cups. So I added 2 cups of water, and I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of bouillon. It doesn't have to be this particular brand of bouillon. You can also use the cubed bouillon, works just as well. I just happen to prefer this one. So make sure I like to use a wooden spoon. Plastic also works as well. There's something you can stir it up and not scratch in the non-stick pan. If you use a metal spoon, it's going to scratch all your nice non-stick and Teflon off this pan, which is not good. That boiling. It's going to take a few minutes. While we're waiting for that, we're going to come over here to our basil. We want fresh basil, and we're looking for some nice leaves. You can see it's nice and green. You don't have any black or brown spots on it. You can also use fresh basil straight from the plant, just as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out about a 1/4 cup of basil. Right now it's fine when it's on the stem. We're going to take these stems off of it. I'm just going to leave it on for cleaning purposes. These look like pretty good leaves. And probably alright. This should be good. So we're going to come over here. We're going to just rinse our basil. Get some cold water going. Just enough to kind of rinse it off, make sure it's nice and clean. It's pretty clean basil to begin with, so I'm not too worried about it. Alright. Check that out. We're to a cutting board. And if you come back over here, we can see that it's already starting to boil, so that's good. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. We don't need it quite yet. And this butter's all melted. Come over here to our Orzo. Orzo, it's a macaroni product. It should be at your local grocery store. Very easy to find. Think of almost pasta and rice, and then you get your Orzo. Over here, and a cup's worth of it. And don't worry, like any other pasta product, it will expand. So you dump that right there in the butter. Oh, it's nice and boiling. Starting to absorb the chicken bouillon. Make a nice broth there. And we're going to come over here to the Orzo. And it's okay to use the same spoon, it's all going in the same place. There's no raw meat in here to worry about. And we're just going to stir this up, make sure it's a nice, good coating of butter. What we want to do is we want to go and brown the Orzo. It's going to take a few minutes.
Why are we going to brown the Orzo?
Helps give it that a little bit of a kind of buttery flavor. It's crisp. Alright, well, we're going to put that brown. We're going to come over here. We're going to take all these leaves off the stems. We don't want to eat the stems. It won't hurt you. It's just, not very good. Alright. We've got our basil here. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of cut this up. Remember, always a sharper knife, safe that way. So we're looking for fine pieces, kind of like this. Doesn't have to be too. We don't want to mash it up too much. That looks good. So we can just go ahead and set this aside for now. Come back up, check out our orzo. As you can see, it's starting to brown a little bit, get a little crispy. As you can see, it's getting a little browner in some areas. Probably just a few more minutes. We're gonna keep stirring it up though, because you don't want it to get burnt on the bottom. See that? We have chicken broth from bouillon. Very easy to make. So we're gonna come over here. We're done with this burner now, and we're going to dump in this orzo into the chicken broth. Go ahead and simmer this a little. Just stirring up. I'm going to simmer this for about 15 to 20 minutes. We'll just go ahead and split it and say 17 and a half minutes. That timer going. And should be a nice simmer. Might try to start at 2. Stir, make sure it's not sticking to the bottom. And we're going to cover this. Any little work. Tin foil also makes a great lid. You can just kind of drape it over. But we have a lid for this pan, so that's what we're gonna do for this. And just wait. All right, and you can see our timer's done. I'm gonna take a look at this orzo. As you can see, this is looking a little bit bigger, absorbed a little bit more, and that's looking done. Looks like I can feel it's nice and tender. Go ahead and turn the stove off. We're gonna bring it over here. Always use a hot pad, and you can either leave it in this bowl or use another one. We're just gonna leave it in this bowl to do our mixing. Add a little bit of kosher salt here. Not too much. There we go. go and add a little bit of pepper. I always prefer this peppercorn grinder. It's a little bit more, you can taste the freshness when you grind your peppercorns versus the pre-ground stuff. So I always like that. I grind it myself. Okay, let's pepper that. That's looking good. Now we're going to add our basil. And we're going to add our half cup of Parmesan cheese. And we're going to come over here and just stir that up. And the Orzo is still very warm, so we can see it starting to melt the cheese a little bit, which is exactly what we want. So we're just going to keep on stirring it. Bring some basil. Melting the cheese. And we're just going to keep stirring until this cheese is all melted. You can see it's starting to get there. And you can see the cheese is getting all stringy and melted. That's exactly what we want. And that's it. That's Parmesan Orzo. Extremely easy to make. You can go ahead and give it a little basil garnish if you wish when you put it on the bowl with a plate. Yeah, this is one of my favorite recipes. And hope you liked this video. If you did, please give us a like and share with your friends. Have a good night.